Buongiorno, buongiorno, it's Dyon here, and we are currently in the third quarter of the lunar phase. So that's when the moon is halfway towards new moon, so it's half empty or half full, however you want to see it. And since we did half moon in the first quarter, we're going to flip it and work towards twisted half moon, which is a really challenging posture. This is going to be a yin-yang flow, so at the first half, obviously, we're going to be working towards twisted half moon, and then the second half will be more of a restorative yin approach. If you have props, then I recommend bringing a bolster, a strap, and a couple of blocks. If you don't have any of these, don't worry, you can still take the class, and these just help you get extra cushy. You can replace a bolster with some cushions or pillows, strap with a tie or a belt, and blocks, I think I mentioned before, maybe some stools or hardback books. All right, let's get to it on the mat. All right, if you brought props with you, then place your blocks at the top of the mat and move the rest of the props out the way so we can use that for the yin portion of the class. With your feet together at the top of the mat, give a little bit of space between the heels and take a moment to just feel and see the space you're in. Looping the shoulders a few times, then relaxing the arms down and close your eyes. Feel for the three corners of the feet pressing into the ground. And feel as if there's a suction, a drawing up energy from the ground. A little bit of engagement of the legs, lifting the kneecaps. And you'll feel the quadriceps engage as you do so, and squeeze the thighs towards the midline here. Bring the belly button in towards the spine, gently. And a slight tuck of the tailbone to lengthen the low back. Find length along the spine from the base up to the neck. Shoulders draw back, arms alongside the body, fingers together, palms facing in towards the hips. Slight lift of the chin, but relaxed jaw. Slight lift of the corners of the mouth towards the temples. And a relaxing of the forehead. So we'll be coming into a lot of twists today, working towards twisted half moon. And with twists, we want our hips to be stabilized, so that's why it's important for us to be squeezing our inner thighs towards each other. Our belly button pulls in to protect the low spine, and we want to be twisting from above the navel, so above the belly button. Slowly open your eyes, and let's come into some sun salutation A's. I want this first one to be really lazy, so ease yourself into it. Bend your knees ever so slightly, a little bit of bounce. As you inhale, let's just raise the arms up towards the sky. As you exhale, bend the knees and just gently flop down, maybe bringing the backs of your hands onto the ground. As you inhale, roll up, uncrumple yourself forwards, coming into a halfway lift. Knees don't have to be straight here. You can bring your hands anywhere along your legs. Just don't press on the knees. As you exhale, plant the hands down and step the right foot back, followed by the left, and bend the knees. So we're coming into a tabletop. As you inhale, press into the ground, lift the tailbone, drop the belly for our cow. Exhale, chin towards chest for our favorite cat. Gaze forwards. Let's step the right foot forwards as you inhale and step the left foot forwards. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, belly in, fold into yourself, keeping the knees bent here. Inhale, roll up. Reach the arms up, uncrumple yourself. Exhale, hands to heart. Adding on as we inhale, Scoop the hands up, maybe gazing up towards the thumbs. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, find length now along the spine, gazing forwards. As you exhale, you can go back into your cat-cow or step back into a plank, lowering knees, chest, chin. Inhale, snaking forwards, untucking the toes, bringing your elbows in towards the chest for our Cobra, Bhujangasana. As you exhale, tuck the toes under and find your downward facing dog, pressing into all 10 fingertips and knuckles, and make sure you're spreading your fingers out wide so there's a large surface area here. We're not bringing our fingers together, and pedal your feet. We're easing into this downward facing dog. So take maybe 2 or 3 breaths here. Smooth inhales and exhales, just working out any kinks, swaying the hips side to side. Soft jaw here, sending breath all the way up to the belly and pressing our hands into the ground. Complete your exhale here and then gaze forwards. As you inhale, step, walk or hop your way to the front of the mat, lifting up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach up, straighten out from heel to fingers. Exhale, hands through hearts. Keep adding on as we inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hinging from the hips, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, stepping or jumping back this time. Inhale, flipping over into our Cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, chin towards chest as we transition back to downward facing dog. Again, 2 or 3 breaths here. Pedaling out the feet, or maybe transitioning more into a static downward facing dog. So when you do, hide your heels behind your toes, and that will encourage an internal rotation. Armpits are facing down towards the ground, gazing between the legs or the belly. Complete your exhale, then gaze forwards. Inhale, stepping or jumping towards the front as lightly as you can, lifting up halfway. Exhale, forward fold, still pressing the heels into the ground. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. So we're going to be keeping, maintaining length throughout both sides of the body with some more sun salutations. If you remember Kali Mudra, and you did it in the full moon flow, you're going to be interlacing our hands together, releasing the index fingers and crossing at the thumbs. Otherwise, you can bring your hands shoulders distance apart. All right, inhale, press into the 3 corners of the feet, reach the arms up, shoulder blades come up towards the ears ever so slightly. As you exhale, bring the belly button in as we're pointing our fingers up and over towards the left side. So we're not collapsing on our right side here. We're lengthening on both sides of the chest, especially the left side. Inhale through center, reaching up. Exhale, keep the weight in the heels as you reach up and over towards the left. Feel that length on the right side. Inhale through center. Small back bend here, gaze up towards your hands. As you exhale, press the heels into the ground, point the fingers back any amount, keeping your gaze along with the fingers. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, belly in, release the hands, forward fold. Inhale, again, lengthen the spine forwards, chin forwards. Careful not to crunch the back of the neck here. Exhale, step the left foot back, lower the back knee down. Inhale, we've been here before, reaching the arms up, crescent lunge. Squeeze the inner thighs towards each other. Exhale, bring your left hand down and twist. So belly in as we twist. Press the left hand into the ground. Reach the right hand up. As you exhale, plant your right hand down. Step the right foot back. Vinyasa through knees, chest, chin, or through chaturanga. Inhale, your heart opener here. Drawing the shoulders back, gazing forwards. Exhale, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, let's lift the left leg up towards the sky, toes pointing down. Look where you're going as you exhale, knee towards chest, plant that left foot next to the left thumb, lower the back knee down. Squeeze the thighs towards the midline, reaching the arms up. Find length and space on both sides of the chest. As you exhale, belly in, right hand comes down as we twist over towards the left, maybe gazing up at the top hand. Inhale, press into the hand, find length between your wingspan. Exhale, hands down, lift the back knee and step it forwards. Try to float your back leg up first before planting it down. So you want to lower it ever so slightly. Let's inhale, roll the body forwards. You can even use your hands to support you, the blocks to support you, to give you more length here, since they're placed at the top of the mat. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands through heart. Right side. Inhale, interlace the hands or hands, shoulders distance. Exhale, reaching up and over towards the right, bringing the right shoulder forward. So we're turning the chest towards the sky here. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, over towards the left. Point the fingers, straight arms, left shoulder forwards. Inhale through center. Again, reaching up, gazing up at the fingers or at the hands. As you exhale, reach the fingers up and back, gazing at where you're pointing. Inhale, don't hold the breath. Exhale, forward fold. Release the hands. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, soft face as you send the right foot back, lower the back knee down. Again, we've been here before, reaching the arms up, crescent lunge. Exhale, lower the right hand down, twisting low lunge. Inhale, maybe lifting the back knee up off the ground, pressing that back heel backwards. As you exhale, plant that left hand, step back, Vinyasa. Exhale, lowering knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhale, press the tops of your feet into the ground. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, let it all out as you plant that right foot next to the right thumb, lowering the back knee down. Again, squeeze the thighs towards each other, magnetize them as you reach your hands up. As you exhale, left hand down, reaching the right hand up. Inhale, maybe lifting the back knee up off the ground, twisting low lunge, pressing that left heel back. Exhale, right hand down, float the back leg up first, pointing the toes down, and then lowering the back leg. Inhale, maybe using the blocks to support you to give you more space. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, hands through heart. Another round. Inhale, we're lengthening the spine this time. As you exhale, keep the hips facing forwards, belly in as we reach the left hand forwards, right hand back. Careful not to just pull the arm back and torque from the shoulder. We want to be twisting, not pulling be using the arm and causing tension in the shoulder here. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, belly in, hips face forwards, twisting from above the navel. Inhale, reaching the arms up. And then we're coming down into our forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, left foot goes back, lower the knee down. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, twisting low lunge, pressing that left hand down. Inhale, maybe lifting the back knee up or coming up to a twisted high lunge. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down, step back, vinyasa. Shifting forwards, maybe to knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, your heart opener here, pulling the shoulders back and pressing the hands into the ground. Exhale, lifting the hips high into the sky, downward facing dog. Good job, guys. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to chest, step it through. Lower the back knee down. Inhale. Exhale, right hand down, left hand lifts. Inhale, lift the back knee up, if that works for you. Or maybe powering through that front leg, reaching up, twisted high lunge. Exhale, lower the fingertips down, floating the back leg up before lowering the right foot next to the left foot. Inhale, find length. Exhale, chin towards chest, lengthen the back of the neck. Inhale, drive through the heel, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Last time, last side. Inhale, reach the arms up. Hips face forward as you exhale, left hand forwards, right hand back. Maybe gaze back at the right thumb. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe gaze back at the left thumb. Inhale, find length. Exhale, hinging from the hips. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step the right foot back. Inhale, crescent. Remember the thighs squeeze towards each other in the midline. Exhale, right hand down, left hand up. Inhale, lifts the back knee, maybe coming into a reverse, into a twisted high lunge. You can actually keep your knee down and come into a twisted lunge like this. On your exhale, hands down, step back. Vinyasa, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. You can always skip your vinyasas and go straight back to downward facing dog if you like. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, stepping through, left knee down. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, left hand down, right hand stays up, twisting. Inhale, maybe lifting the back knee, maybe coming into a twisted high lunge. Exhale, fingertips down, floating the back leg up, keeping the hips facing down before lowering the left foot. Inhale. Exhale, soft face as you come down. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, hands through heart. Coming into our twisted half moon sequence, you can always take a break if you need to, coming into a child's pose or coming into a seated meditation. Maybe watching me do the poses first, and you can keep the visual imagery in your head and try out using it as a guide. All right, so let's bring our feet together, a bit of space between the heels. Inhale, squeezing the thighs towards each other, sending the hips back, coming into our chair pose, Utkatasana. As you exhale, hands through heart, and we're going to bring our left elbow onto our right knee, twisting chair. This is heavy on the inner thighs. So inhale through center, smile. Exhale, right elbow, left knee. Inhale through center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step, hop or jump back to your chaturanga or vinyasa. Inhale, a heart opener, pulling the shoulders back, pressing the hands into the ground. Exhale, downward facing dog. Gazing forwards, inhale, stepping the right foot through, coming into our high lunge. So reaching the chest up, bending the back knee, protecting the lower spine first, and then straightening the back leg. Exhale here. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Exhale, twist over towards the right side, opening out the arms here. Inhale. As you exhale, reach the left hand as far forward as you can, and then we're going to cartwheel the hands down, stepping back, either straight to downward facing dog or vinyasa. Inhale. Exhale. Meeting in our downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, you got this, knee towards chest, stepping it through. Inhale, reaching the arms up, bending the back knee first, and then slowly straightening it out without changing anything in the lower spine. Exhale here. Inhale, reach the arms up, length through both sides of the chest. As you exhale, twist open towards the side, still squeezing the inner thighs towards the midline here. Inhale, reach the right hand as far forward as you can. And then exhale, cartwheel the hands down, stepping back, vinyasa or straight back to downward facing dog. 3 breaths in downward facing dog, pressing into the fingertips, a little bit more into the index and thumb side of the hand. Small bend in the elbows as you scoop the upper arms so the armpits are facing down towards the ground. Floating ribs come in towards the chest, so we're not bowing our chest downwards towards the ground. Lifting the hips high, the heels don't have to touch the ground, but they're going in that downward direction. And breathe. Gaze forwards, step, hop or jump your way to the front as lightly as you can, lifting up halfway on your inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees as you inhale, send the hips back, reaching up. Press into the feet, straighten the legs, Tadasana. Inhale, reaching the arms up, bending the knees. Exhale, hands through heart, and then left elbow taps right knee. Inhale through center, checking that your knees are in line with each other, and so are your hips. As you exhale, right elbow, left knee, gazing over towards the left side. Inhale through center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, transitioning back towards downward facing dog. Inhale, a heart opener. Exhale, pressing into the tops of the feet, lifting back, downward facing dog. Gazing forwards, inhale, stepping the right foot through, reaching the chest up, high lunge. As you exhale, settle into the pose, left hip forwards, right hip back. Inhale. Exhale, twisting over towards the right side. Inhale. Exhale, reaching the left hand forwards, and then bringing the fingertips down onto a block or to the ground. Maintaining that twist, lifting the back leg up, balancing, lifting that back leg, pressing that foot back as if it's coming into a wall, into twisted half moon. This is a difficult pose, I know. Inhale, gazing down towards the ground. Exhale, steady breaths out. Inhale, pressing into the standing foot. You got this. As you exhale, lower the back hand down, stepping back, either through a vinyasa or let's meet in our downward facing dog. Soft face here. Catch your breath. On your next inhale, step the left foot through and come into your high lunge. Meet me there. Inhale. Exhale, settle in. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Belly in. Legs are stable as you exhale, opening out to the side. Inhale, let's reach the right hand forwards as far as we can. As you exhale, planting the right fingers down towards the ground on the thumb, on the big toe side of the left hand, lifting the back leg up, pressing into the standing foot. Steady breaths. You can also do a check here where you place your top hand, your floating hand, onto your low back to make sure your low back is even on the ground. So usually it wants to go to one side or lift or dip. So you can use your hand to check where it is. Inhale, press that foot back, reach, lengthen your spine forwards. Steady exhales, lowers the top hand down. Lower the back foot down, step back, and Vinyasa. Inhale, take a big breath in. Exhale, big breath out. Ooh. Let's take 3 breaths, recover here, reset, and come into a child's pose. Remember that pose is always available for you. We'll have an opportunity to play once more before we come into our yin portion of the class. I promise. All right, gaze forwards, complete your exhale. Inhale as lightly as you can, step forwards, lifting up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose, send the hips back, reach the arms forwards and up, gazing up at the hands. Exhale, Tadasana. All right, we use the last bit of our energy to get through this. Wherever you are at with your half moon, just be content and let's keep trying. All right, inhale, chair pose, reaching the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, hands through heart, tap the left elbow onto the left knee. Inhale through center, squeeze the thighs towards each other. Exhale, right elbow, left knee, broadening out the collarbones still. Inhale through center. Exhale, straighten the legs, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, stepping, jumping, or hopping back. Inhale, coming into our heart opener, drawing the shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Gaze forwards, inhale, step through, high lunge. Exhale, settle in. Inhale, find length. Exhale, find your twist in your high lunge. Gaze forwards, inhale, reach the left hand forwards. As you exhale, plant that hand or fingers onto a block of the ground, lifting the back leg up, twisted half moon. Can fall or stumble. Remember, the standing leg is very important, so we want to be pressing that leg up. Core is engaged, so the core helps lift the low spine up. Steady breaths. You got this. Inhale. Exhale. If you've got your balance, maybe look at your top hand, see where it is, making sure the fingers are engaged. Maybe wiggle the fingers. One more breath cycle. As you exhale, lower the top fingers down, stepping back and transitioning. Inhale, exhale. Home stretch, guys. Complete your exhale here. Inhale, lift. Inhale, step the left leg through. Coming into a high lunge. Whew, getting everything confused in my head. Inhale. Exhale, settle into the pose. Inhale finds length. Exhale, twisting high lunge. Inhale, looking forwards. As you exhale, plant those right fingers onto a block of the ground, lifting the back leg. Back leg lifts from the inner thigh, pressing into the three corners of your standing foot. That foot is super strong here. Gazing down at the floor, or if you want to challenge your balance, somewhere off the floor, maybe the top hand. Belly is engaged, we're twisting, we're balancing, we're floating. We're doing a lot. One more breath cycle. And as you exhale, transition back to your downward facing dog, however you like. Awesome job, guys. Inhale. Exhale. Let's take 3 lion's breath in this downward facing dog, letting out all the heat that we've just created. So inhale, fill up the belly, feel it lift the hips, lift the back body up. As you exhale, eyes up, tongue out. Inhale. Exhale, lion's breath. Very nice. One more time, guys, together. Inhale. Exhale. All right, as you inhale, press into the toes, lift the heels, lift the hips. We're going to ripple our body up and over, forwards towards a plank. As you exhale, lower the knees and the elbows down to the ground. So we're coming onto our forearms here. Maybe start walking your knees back. We're coming into our Sphinx pose. So shuffle yourselves side to side, making sure you're comfortable here. Bring your elbows underneath where your shoulders are. Pressing your fingertips into the ground. All right, pressing the tops of the feet into the ground. And it's as if you're doing a cow pose. We're pulling our chest through our arms, gazing forwards. This is an active Sphinx here. Pressing the pubic bone into the ground. So if you're feeling it in the low back, then that might be because your pubic bone is a little bit rounded. So we want a posterior tilt of the pelvis here. And once you feel set up in your Sphinx pose, drop your right ear towards your right shoulder, and then chin towards your chest, and then left ear to left shoulder. Moving side to side. Let the breath slow down. Can even close your eyes here. Feeling where there's tension in the neck and seeing if a little bit of movement can help release some of that tension. Definitely feeling it in my forearms now that I'm putting weights on my elbows. We'll just be doing this for a couple of breaths, and then we can start using props to help support us. All right, come back through center. And we want to be bringing our left hand underneath our left face, or underneath our face, and maybe more towards the midline. If you've got a strap, then I recommend using it. We're going to be looping it around the right leg, the right foot, and coming into half Ardha half frog pose. So this will be a stretch for the quads, which have worked really hard. Again, if you don't have a strap, you can use a tie or a belt, or you might find that you won't even need a strap at all. So from here, let's bend the right knee and then reach back and loop it round the top of the foot. All right. And what we're going to be doing is we're just going to be pulling the right foot back, but we're going to be resisting, pressing it forwards. All right. Feeling it in, maybe the low back. We want to be pressing the pubic bone down, still reaching the left toes back, pressing the top of the foot into the ground. Might be feeling it in the quads here. If it's available for you, maybe reaching for the inside of the right foot and pulling it down towards the hip. Otherwise, stay where you are with the strap. And if you're super flexible, you might want to bring the top of your right palm onto the top of the knuckles of the toes, and fingers are facing forwards, and you're pressing your foot down into the ground. Again, we want to be still a little bit engaged in the right leg, so we're creating a small amount of resistance here. Don't know if you can hear this, but there's a lot of rain hammering down from the skies. Take smooth, deep breaths. And close your eyes if you like. Cool it down. And without slingshotting, slowly release. Take the strap from your foot if it's there. Release the right foot down. And then replace the left hand with the right hand, your right elbow underneath your shoulder. Bend the left knee and reach back, either with the strap or with the inside of your right hand, left hand, I should say. And we're resisting our foot. So the left foot is pressing back as we're pulling our left foot, using our left hand to pull the foot forwards. I'm losing my words and my marbles here. All right, press the right forearm into the ground. Right toes are still pressing into the ground. And if it's available for you, maybe reach for the inside of the left foot and pull the left foot down towards the hip. Maybe point the fingers towards the front of the mat, press the palm of the hand into the top of the foot. Stay here for maybe 3 more breaths. Creating some resistance here. Feeling the quad press into the ground and a nice little stretch there. Without slingshotting, we're going to be releasing. So take the strap away from your foot. Place it to one side for now. And if you've got cushions or a bolster, you're going to be bringing it close to the chest so it can come underneath the armpits. And we're going to be bringing our arms forwards and just lying here in a relaxed Sphinx. So you can continue to move your head side to side, or stay with your neck relaxed, chin towards chest. I'm feeling where the breath is flowing here. Where the breath fills to in the front side of the body. Where you might be feeling sensation, can you send awareness there? And signal the body to relax that area. And when you find that area of sensation and you've relaxed it, can you find the surrounding areas and see if you can use the breath to relax and soften those areas. Maybe relax the neck a little bit lower. All right, on your next inhale, let's walk the hands closer towards us. Move the bolster out the way. Bring the blocks with you if you have them. Put them towards the front of the mat. Press yourself up, and we're going to be bringing our knees as wide as the mat, big toes to touch, and we're sending our hips back towards our heels. If you've got a bolster, then you can bring the bolster in between your legs, and we're going to be folding down towards the mat, coming into an extended child's pose. You can also use cushions if you don't have a bolster, or just come into an extended child's pose, letting your chest rest towards the ground. And close your eyes. We'll be staying here for about 8 to 10 breaths. And once again, in this shifted position, notice where you are feeling sensations. And use the breath to help find an element of softness. Can you let go of any tension in that area? And if you're facing one side, let's lift the face and face the other side in our child's pose. So with our intention that we've been working through this month, as we're closing this lunar cycle, or near closing, we don't want to be starting anything new just yet. But if any ideas pop up in your head, write them down so that you have something to go on in maybe the next cycle. Just jot any ideas down, anything that you feel would help improve the way you approach your intention if you want to keep working on it. I love writing things down, but usually most of it doesn't make sense, and only makes sense in the moments, just like the thoughts that go through our head. If it's really something significant, it will definitely hold its meaning. Finish your soft exhale here. Let's come back through center. Press your chest up with your hands and move the bolster out the way. Let's move the blocks out the way as well. And we're going to be transitioning onto our backs. So you can cross your shins, straighten your legs, and come to your back. All right, from here we'll be doing a banana stretch like we did in the last class. So we're going to be lifting our hips, bringing them over towards the left, walking our heels over towards the right corner of the mat, raising our arms up, and then reaching them up and over towards the right side as well. So you can stay here in this stretch, or you can help intensify it by crossing the right fingers over the left wrist, reaching up and over towards the right a little bit more, and crossing the left heel over the right. Noticing the stretch on the left and the compression on the right. Again, we're going to be staying here for about 8 to 10 breaths. At some point, just relax the arms, relax the feet, and just watch where the breath flows again. Come back through center, release the hands, uncross the legs, lift your hips and bring them over towards the right, and walk your feet towards the bottom left. Hands come up and over towards the left side. Staying here or intensifying the stretch by crossing right foot over left. Left hand wraps round right wrist and reach up and over. And feel the difference in the stretch here. And begin to relax everything into the mats. Relax the micro muscles around the eyes and the eyes. Relax the jaw. Relax the abdomen. And find where else you can soften here. Let's release the left hand, uncross the legs, come back through center. One last pose before we finish up, and it will need your bolster, if you have one, or a block. So what we're going to be doing is coming into Superbadakanasana. So we're going to be bringing our heels close together, and then giving us a little bit more space. So once you've brought it as close as what's comfortable, you're going to bring it forwards. You can use blocks on either side of your legs to support your knees, and bring your bolster behind you so it sits quite close to where the sacrum is, and you're going to be reclining backwards. If you don't have a bolster but you have a block, you can place your block where the shoulder blades are at. So you want the shoulder blades to feel relatively even on the block as you lean back. So I'm going to use a bolster since I have one, and I'm just going to be reclining back here. Take a few moments to get really set up in this Superbadakanasana. As we're opening out the hips, this will get a bit more intense the more we lie in it. Slight tuck of your chin in towards your chest. You can have one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly if that's comfortable. Or you can open out your arms into a cactus position, and that will open out the chest and the shoulders. And here, as we lie here, relax all engagement of the muscles and watch your body as it opens out. So we'll be staying here for 8 to 10 breaths, and I'm also going to give you the option of staying in this pose for Shavasana. If this gets too intense, you are always welcome to come out of the pose and come into your Shavasana. Otherwise, just stay here and leave your body alone and just watch it melt down. Breathe through the sensations. Recalibrate your awareness to your breath every time you notice your mind wandering. If you want to transition to Shavasana for the final 10 breaths, then take this as a cue to transition over. Otherwise, stay in the Superbadakanasana with me, and let's enjoy these last few moments. Slowly wiggle your fingers and your toes, maybe licking your lips, moving your jaw. A good big sip of air through the nose. Opening and closing your hands, rolling out the ankles. Breathing out through the mouth. Introduce some more movement as you take bigger breaths in. Maybe lifting your arms up, closing the knees. You can use your hands to support your knees as they close. If you're in Superbadakanasana, or if you're in Shavasana, bring your knees towards your chest and roll towards one side. Just press yourself up using one hand, meeting in a comfortable seat with your eyes closed. You can move your props out the way if you need to. Once you're there, bring your hands together, thumbs at the heart, and just bow your head towards your prayer. Slowly open the eyes. Welcome back. I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did. And as we are winding down, coming towards the end of this lunar cycle, it's important to also slow it down and practice gratitude towards things in your life. That could be connections that you have with your friends, families, or people around you, even just the food on your table, or the time to spend on yourself. And we are going to meet in the next phase, which is the final phase, the waning crescent. So it's going to be a restorative / yin sequence. So there's not going to be any vinyasa in it. So great job, guys. I'll see you in the next phase. Namaste.